Hello, y'all. I'm the herb guy. Today, we're gonna do a harvest of the herb garden. I just came back from a vacation last night, and the herbs are doing incredible. Today is, I think, Saturday, June 14th. But let's get on with the harvest. Let's start over here with the cilantro. This is growing really good. It is beginning to bolt, so that's an issue. But it's very easy to harvest this. You just take cutters, cut off branches, and boom. You just harvested some cilantro. We got a lot of this right here. A ton of cilantro is ready. Boom. Cilantro is one of those plants where you kind of just get one good harvest out of it and it's basically just dead. Just kind of unfortunate because this is a pretty good plant or a pretty good herb. Some of you guys might not like cilantro because it might taste like soap. It's actually a genetic thing. It's not just you. Boom. That's a lot of cilantro. Let's move over to the basil. Let me grab our cutters real quick. We have some really good leaves on here, although it hasn't really grown a ton back since I pruned it recently. It's also beginning to bolt as well, which is not very good. We just cut off the little branches if I can. Well, I just cut off a single basil leaf there. And this isn't actually looking like the healthiest of basil. See, like this leaf has a lot of damage, but it works. I'm just gonna do some harvesting real quick. Didn't really get that big of a harvest, but it was okay. You know, I just planted the squash as well. That's not really related to this channel, but just something cool. Right here we have the big purple basil. This one really grew. I've never seen bigger leaves on this. Let's see if I can find like a good... Boom, I'm gonna take off the leaves of this later, because I don't want to spend a ton of time doing that. This bowl is already getting real full, really full. I have another basil right here with some really big leaves. I don't know if my bowl's gonna be able to handle all this. So much herbs. It's lovely. Now, let's move over here to the chives. This kind of just grew sporadically, but I'm gonna get a good harvest out of this. Now I'm gonna have to do it off camera because I can't do it one-handed, but I'll see you in a second. Just got a ton of chives right there. You can see it. You just cut it down to around an inch or two. And they'll regrow very quickly. Because it just sends up green shoots. Boom. First chive harvest. This is very exciting. You can see, took it down to almost nothing. But hey, got a bunch of green onions. Nice thing with harvesting today is that tomorrow's Father's Day, as I'm filming this, and I'm cooking a chicken, and you can put herbs inside the chicken, so it's pretty nice that we're getting these herbs today. Right over here we have the lemongrass and thyme. The thyme is still relatively new, but it's ready to get a harvest in. If you haven't noticed, I also moved the oregano over here and into a pot with actual drainage holes, which is really nice. First sprig of thyme. It's very lovely. Smells lovely too. I'm pretty sure that's a German thyme. So, if you're looking on growing thyme, I'd recommend the German thyme. But there's a lot of different types, so I don't know. Whatever fits your liking. Thyme's also perennial, so it's pretty bushy and stuff. Oh Lord. And it'll grow back every year, so it's really nice. I would recommend growing thyme. I'm not going to film all this harvesting now, because that's going to take a long time to film. Now you know how I harvest thyme. Thyme harvest is massive, you can see. This bowl is also full. It's really full. Now onto the lemongrass. Apparently you harvest like the 18-inch stalks with like a thick-ish base. So, but I'm not really sure how that works. We'll get a harvest. Lemongrass looks a little cursed, but we got a lot of lemongrass from it. Weird thing that I noticed with lemongrass, it smells like Fruit Loops. I don't know why, but I guess mosquitoes don't like Fruit Loops, because apparently this is also a mosquito repellent herb. So if you're an herbalist person, that's something to note. I'm not an herbalist, but if you are, there's something. Right here's the dill. This got really tall. But we can get a really good harvest just like that. That's like probably almost 2 feet. Just dill. We'll just kind of get all of this, and it went behind there, but it's a really good harvest. I haven't gotten a good dill harvest in a long time. I'm not gonna harvest too much of it. I think that's good because I want it to grow a little bit. Right here we have the sage. This is really growing a lot of good leaves. So that's really good. Don't know what that noise is. I don't know if this is the proper way to harvest sage, but it's kind of like the forgotten herb, unfortunately. So I don't really think a lot of people are into it. But you can like put this stuff in chickens, shove it up their butts. Very sorry for that. But you shove it up their butts and cook it. Gives it flavor. Last herb right here, we have the rosemary. It's really easy to harvest this. Just kind of do some stuff like that. Get like sprigs of it. And it's a good way of harvesting it. If you remember where it lands, that's something to know. Make sure you remember where it lands. Look at that though. I'm gonna harvest a bit of this. I'll see you in just a second. Rosemary has been harvested. Look at that bowl of just herbs. That is ridiculous. I'll give you a bit of display of it here. So just wait a quick second again. Boom. That's all of the herbs. This is a really good first harvest. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. And enjoy the next one. Not sure what to say here. Bye.